Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is the third of the series for developing your research topic. So for this one, this is related to the one that I have made on how to make or create yung magandang topic for research. Now, across the years, sa mga binibigay sa akin ng mga students na mga topic, there is a commonality dun sa mga groups na hindi makapagawa ng undergraduate research because they suffer from these mistakes. So, I decided na gawin siyang concise by focusing on three major things or three major mistakes na karaniwang ginagawa ng mga estudyante kapag nagsisimula silang magawa ng research at nagpapapropose ng topics sa kanilang mga professors. So there are three things that you can avoid in order for you na ma-minimize yung oras na binibigay ninyo para makagawa ng mga topics for research. So the very first thing that you need to remember is the expectation for you as undergraduate students prior to graduation ay makagawa ng thesis study. Now, right from that point, dun pa lang may problema na kasi kuminsan hindi maliwanag sa ating mga estudyante kung ano ba talaga ang thesis. Nagkakaroon ng misconception na ang thesis, paminsan nakala nila ay basta makagawa ng essay. May nagpo-propose sa akin ng mga topics na yung mga topic na kinukuha nila or mga titles na dinownload lang sa internet. Kung minsan, ang dating mukhang complex, but actually, siya ay parang essay lamang. So the very first thing that you need to remember is, what is the expectation when it comes to thesis writing? So ito yung unang dapat maintindihan natin. A thesis statement declares a certain perspective ninyo or what you believe in, and then what you intend to prove. So if you remember probably the lecture of your professors na or my lecture, kung ano ba yung point ng pagre-research in the undergrad. May iba't iba kasing klase ng pagre-research, di ba? Ang una ay yung mga normal na pinapagawa sa inyo prior to this subject, right from like maybe grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, when your teachers ask you to find the water cycle, the process of water cycle. Kapag gano'n, di ba, titingnan niyo sa libro o titingnan niyo sa internet at makikita niyo na yung water cycle. Ang tawag natin doon, research yon. Pero ganun ba yung expectation natin for this class? No. Here, the research that we are expecting is of more complex nature. Meaning, you as a student, you are required to create something new, something of novelty, something to add to the knowledge in your particular area. So here, you're expected to have a problem statement na kaya siya problem dahil walang clear na kasagutan. Hindi alam kung siya ay pula o puti or itim or is it a positive or a negative perspective. Gusto mong i-prove na okay, sa tingin ko positive yan. At ito yung mga methodologies ko para ipatunayan na positive yung perspective dyan sa point na yan. So therefore, a thesis topic is never neutral. Hindi pa pwede o mababaw na hindi masyadong magandang topic, yung gusto mo lang i-present yung mga factors and then that's it. No. Kailangan, doon sa mga factors, meron kang kinikilingan at meron kang gustong i-prove na ito yung tunay. Among those so many factors, sa tingin ko, ito yung number one factor. So, something like that. So it is not merely a retelling of facts. Okay? So this is the very first mistake that students make. The non-thesis thesis. Okay? So why do you come up with a non-thesis thesis? It's basically because there are students who come up with a thesis topic or a thesis theme na wala talagang thesis. Wala lang, siya ay topic statement. Siya ay topic for discussion. Pero a thesis per se is an argument that you are intending to prove. So in this point, the writer takes a position on that particular issue. The writer points out that the argument he wishes to make is this particular area, and then he goes on to prove it. Now, the writer states his opinion and will back it up with data. So dito pa lang may clue ka na. Now, kung yung proposal mo, the topic that you have right now in your hands ay pag tiningnan mo sa internet, makikita mo na yung mga sagot, then you are not in the right track. Dapat, pag napunta ka sa internet, nakita mo yung mga sagot dun sa thesis topic mo, ang sunod mo kailangan gawin ay gumawa ka ng iyong opinion dun sa mga topics na nakita mo sa internet, dun sa mga items na nilist dun sa internet or dun sa libro regarding dun sa area na interesado ka. You need to point out dito sa mga factors na ito, for example, alin kaya ang pinakatotoo? Okay? So this is the reason why you are conducting the research in the first place. Among the so many factors, among the so many variables, among the so many interrelationships, which one do you think explains the issue best? Okay? So here are some examples of that. About thesis statement. This paper will present the effects of smoking. Okay? Now, from that thesis statement, remember, a thesis statement normally comes at the end.
It's 5 o'clock.
Your introduction, sorry. So the thesis statement comes at the end of your introduction, okay? So at the end of your introduction, there will be a one sentence or an ending sentence that will say, this is the reason why, or this paper will present then the effects of smoking. Now, it looks like it's a good topic, isn't it? Because smoking is something like a problem to society, okay? There are a lot of sickness coming out due to smoking. But the thing is, for a thesis, that is not good. Why? Because if you look in the internet, if you look at pamphlets, if you look at journals, there will be effects of smoking, okay, or factors affecting smoking. Now, why is that a bad thesis statement? Because you're just going to give them the factors which are already available, okay? Unless the effects of smoking is the first time na madi-discover pa lang ngayon, then okay. Pero ito ang tagal na itong issue ito. So actually, smoking is not a good thesis topic. But kung talagang dyan ka interesado, then a better thesis statement could be something like this. Smoking among women creates greater gender equality in the workplace. Okay. So now there is a question. Is this true? Is this possible? Does this happen to the majority of office setups? We don't know. Kaya ito, magandang gawing thesis study. Ngayon, obviously, kailangan mo ditong kumuha ng data. Kailangan mong kumuha ng information. Kailangan mo mag-survey. Kailangan mo mag-gather ng opinion and perspectives coming from various people or various women. So therefore, this can be a better topic on smoking than just presenting the effects of smoking. Another bad thesis statement. This paper will look at, sorry for the typo, the level of awareness of Batangas residents on the VAUSI law. Now, I'm not sure if it's a VAUSI law, VAUSI Act. That's violence against women and children. Why is this a bad thesis? Although there, in the past years, meron kami nakukuhang mga ganito, the more mature the researcher is, this becomes, a lesser value. Why? Because, again, looking at the level of awareness does not prove any thesis. Okay? It just gives what I call a baseline data. Mag-survey ka ng mga tao sa Batangas City at malalaman mo yung level of awareness nila. Nung makuha mo yung level of awareness, then that's it. Tapos na. Okay? So what can be a better thesis statement is this. This paper will prove that the increasing rate of violence against women and children is due to the low level of awareness among residents of the VAUSI law. What does that mean? Now, hindi lang yung level of awareness on the VAUSI law ang laman ng papel mo kung hindi i-relate mo yon sa data on increasing rates of violence against women and children. Now, may kaunti kang input doon. Okay? So the input will now be a little bit more complex, not just you taking a survey of level of awareness. So basically, if you look at it, di ba, gagawa ka ng survey questionnaire. Di ba itatanong mo lang, aware ka ba sa various details ng VAUSI law? Di ba yes or no lang yon? Yes or no, yes or no? So baseline data lang yon. Eh nung malaman mo kung, okay, 60% of people in Batangas are not aware. Eh, that's a given already. Lagi namang may alam at merong di alam. Ang nakuha mo lang doon, ilang percentage. Okay, there's value to that, but that is very narrow. The result of the paper is not, earth-shattering. We're not really looking for always earth-shattering, but it's just too small of a content that sometimes these kinds of topics do not get approved. But if you do a correlation between level of awareness and something else, another variable, then you add up to the value of your paper. We go to number 2, the incontestable thesis. Ano naman ito? This means that you should avoid topics na majority nag-a-agree na. Majority, kahit hindi 100%, kasi wala naman tayong 100% kaminsan sa social sciences, unlike in the physical sciences. Pero kapag majority of the community and the citizens or the residents more or less agree on principle that this is the truth, then nobody will argue na okay, hindi maganda yan, hindi tama yung sinabi mo. If majority would agree on a certain principle, a certain concept, do not make the thesis anymore. A thesis must be arguable, debatable. Na there are various sides or maybe even two sides of the story. Na majority dun sa and there's no majority. Maybe debatable na okay kalahati ganito nag-agree, so you'll never really be able to measure kung kalahati o ano, but there is no consensus. It must present a view that other people might reasonably contest. If a thesis is universally accepted, then there is no more need to prove a point, isn't it? So therefore, if everybody technically agrees on it, then do not go into those thesis topics anymore. I'll give you an example. This is a bad thesis statement. Education increases a person's chances of a better life. Now, sorry, I cannot see the presentation because the camera is focusing on that. Yeah. Why do this pa? Kumbaga, alam na natin, kapag nakapag-aral ka, full-blown college degree yan, or a technical skill in TESDA, or may skills kang formally mong nakuha ang certification, then alam mo namang talagang mas may chances ka of getting a job. Therefore, you gain more income, a higher income probably, or you get better chances of empowerment. So kaya, wag na nating tingnan yan. Pero pwede nating tingnan ay, with education, like this thesis topic, with education seen as the great equalizer, sorry for the old quote, this paper will prove that today's educational system is creating greater social inequalities among students. Yan. Sa tingin ko, mas maganda yan. Dahil nang, you're not just looking at education and its role to better life. Here, you have a thesis. Kasi, taken na dati, o marami nang nakapagsabing, education bridges the gap between the rich and the poor. But gusto mong i-prove na it does not bridge the gap at all nowadays, but increases the gap between the rich and the poor. Then maybe you have a better thesis here. Okay? Another bad thesis statement, this paper will assess the big role of the government in the economy. For me, it's more of an essay rather than a thesis statement. There's no argument anymore that the government's role in the economy is a given. Oo, syempre, alam na nating malaki ang epekto ng politics and economics. Those who have the power has the money, and those who have the money has the power. You know, napag-aralan na natin yan. So, wag na nating i-thesis yan na malaki ba o maliit ang role ng government sa economy. Given na yan. But a better thesis statement would be, this paper will prove that too much government intervention in the economy is detrimental to long-term growth. Now, if you look at it, there are several things here. Okay? First, you have the government intervention. All right? You have to measure the level of government intervention. That would require data, that would require statistics, okay, in the economy. And you would look at the negative effects of it on long-term growth. Okay? So here, I can see that probably you'll use forecasting and regression analysis coming from previous data and growth, and then forecast this to correlation analysis and see kung sila ay talagang may relationship. Now, this is a much better thesis because here you have two variables. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin ang government intervention ay detrimental lamang. Merong mga tao nagsasabing hindi detrimental, may nagsasabing detrimental. So ngayon, gusto mong i-prove whether your side is better than the other side. Okay? So here, there is an argument, okay? There's an argument that needs to be proven. Okay? It is not a given. Kumbaga, yung government intervention is detrimental to long-term growth kasi meron namang mga bansa na hindi naman masyadong apektado ang kanilang mga ekonomiya at gusto mong i-prove yon through data. Okay? And the third and last one is the least thesis. So ito naman yung naglilista lamang. Avoid merely listing factors or effects. What does that mean? Tingnan ninyo ang inyong mga statement of the problem, tingnan ninyo ang inyong thesis statement, at kung yan ay simply going to give variables or concepts or items, then it is not a good thesis. So you have to create and prove relationships between variables exist, okay? Which is also needed to prove your opinion. Okay, so I say this make for a good thesis statement. So simply listing, for example, this example, yeah. Why I love shopping. Ugh. Avoid this, totally. Here, this is not a good thesis topic. Why I love shopping. It cannot be an undergrad thesis. Now, I use this really funny example because it's true. A student proposed this, na ito ang gusto niyang thesis statement, or the thesis study for the undergrad. Now, you can obviously see that this is not a good thesis topic. First, wala siyang kalaliman. Second, it's very opinionated without need for data. Okay? And here, you'll just be listing why you like shopping. Okay? Makes you happy. I like to spend my money. I get happy. It's fun looking at cute things. I do not know why I love shopping. So, labo talaga. So, a better thesis statement would be, level of financial literacy affects women's consumption behavior. Yan. So, here, you have two variables. Here, you're not just listing whatever. Here, you are looking at, you probably would need to create a survey assessing their level of financial literacy, and then create another part of a survey that looks at their consumption behavior and use a statistical tool to find a relationship between the two. Now you have a good thesis topic. Enough for an undergraduate research. All right? So another thing, a bad thesis topic can be factors affecting increase in market share. Bakit ito bad? Kasi kita nyo na ito sa libro. Matitingnan nyo na ito sa libro. Makikita nyo na ito sa internet kung ano yung mga factors na yan. Okay? A better thesis topic would be focusing on gender differences in shopping behavior results in more targeted marketing campaigns. Yan. Meron uling interrelationship yan. So this is a technique or this is a tool. If a company focus on gender differences, then maybe yung marketing campaigns nila will be more targeted. We don't know. So kaya kailangan mong tingnan yung dalawang variables na yon. And that would require you to do some research, do some interviews, do some focus group discussions, and at the end of the day, create an interrelationship between them. Okay? So what to do now? Okay, sorry. That's the next video. So what to do now? The thing to do here is you have to look at yung mga titles na nakita nyo sa internet. Okay? Tingnan ninyo kung nagsasuffer ito dito sa tatlong ito. Okay? So what can be done? I can give you a quick checklist. Una, tingnan ninyo, does your thesis topic have an opposing argument? Is there an argument in the first place? Debatable ba siya? Kung hindi, move on to the next topic and see if it answers that question. Is there an opposing argument? If there is, then which side are you taking? And that is what you want to prove. Next, is every word clear and ambiguous in your thesis statement? Importante din yan. Okay? Next, is the sentence a dead end or does it call for additional information and explanation? Yun. Medyo critical yun. Tingnan nyo uli yung statement of the problem nyo and see if kaya ko ba itong sagutin ng basta ilagay ko lang sa internet, lalabas na ang mga sagot? Nang wala akong tinitreat na data, wala akong ginagamit na statistic, hindi ako nagsasurvey, o hindi ako nagagawa ng questionnaire. So kapag yes lahat yon, then no, hindi yan po pwedeng topic. The expectation for you in the undergrad is kayo ay gagamit ng data, secondary or primary, Secondary, these are ready-made statistics available from agencies, from the statistics office, or from schools or government agencies, in which case this data or the numbers that you will get, information, I mean, ay inyong gagamitan ng statistical tool. Yes, okay yan. Or gagawa kayo ng questionnaire. At isa-survey ninyo a certain group of people. Yes, okay yan. Or gagamit kayo ng standardized questionnaire. Ready-made na questionnaire na kung papayagan kayo ng inyong advisor or thesis panel, and you would use it to find answers to your questions. Or kailangan nyo mag-experiment. Kailangan nyo gumawa ng clinical experiment or clinical testing. Yan. Kapag may mga ganyan, ibig sabihin may complexity ang topic nyo and you can pursue that particular thesis statement. Okay? And then, does the statement make such a large claim that you believe that you cannot answer it in 3 to 4 pages? So kapag hindi mo mapapalawak, kaya mong sagutin sa 3 hanggang 4 na pahina yung iyong thesis statement, then baka hindi rin yun ma-approve kahit may kaunting value. Dahil the topic can be too narrow. That is why, in my previous video, sabi ko ay avoid topics that are too broad or too narrow. Maybe later on, I can do a video on how to improve narrow topics or how to narrow down topics that are too broad. But for the meantime, ito lang yung madaling tignan. Kapag kaya mong sagutin yan ng 3 to 4 pages, that means your topic has no complexity and maybe it will not be approved by your thesis panel. Okay? And then, lastly, what evidence do you need, okay, to present para ma-prove mo iyong thesis? Okay? Or your opinion or your argument or your perspective or your hypothesis. Eh di, kapag kailangan mo ng mga, kailangan ko kumuha ng ganito, kailangan ko ng ganito, then that means you're on the right track. Okay? So next video would be how to write a good statement of the problem. That's assuming nakagawa na kayo ng, naka-develop na kayo ng thesis statement. Okay? Thank you.